Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's South. I'm gonna be using this channel really as more like a way to rant about things or get shit off my chest. I know it's like more in the commentary format, but I was more inspired by people like David Swag. I thought this would be pretty cool to do. It is something to get, do my pastime other than like waste my time drawing and getting high. But enough about that. So onto the video topic, I guess. For this first video, I really wanted to talk about something that's kind of important to me, or that I've seen a lot, and it's people getting blinded by young love. I really think that we need to focus on ourselves more and less on others. Now, obviously, I'm not here to play devil's advocate. I'm not here to say, love is bad or, don't date. I personally don't subscribe to the normal rules of relationships or dating, but I still see, people around me or online friends, still be ruled or taken over by young love. And if I'm being honest, we both know that young men and young women both get affected and blinded by this stuff. And it's just kind of sad, at least in my eyes, to see so many friends and family get hurt emotionally or mentally, I guess, after putting so much time into a relationship that doesn't even really matter in the long run. And again, I'm not saying this, to be like some nihilist and say that dating is bad or love is bad, but I am saying I'm tired. I really am tired of seeing people being so blinded and so affected emotionally by this. First of all, let's get the science shit out of the way. So if it's not obvious, your brain is literally wired differently in your teens and your early 20s as it's developing. So if you want to dive deeper into this, we could talk about how hormones like dopamine and oxytocin will come and basically flood into your brain, making your emotions boost up and making everything feel great. You'll be with this person, you'll be like, damn, this is really the one. But the thing that most people don't understand is that your frontal cortex, or the front part of your brain, isn't really online until your mid-20s, so around the 24 to 26 mark. So when things go wrong, it's basically just gonna hit you like a truck. And you might be thinking, oh well, I'm just talking all this shit, maybe I just don't know, or maybe I just haven't walked a mile in your shoes, maybe this one is really the one. But the thing is, it's literally we have research on this shit. Research literally shows that breakups are one of the top reasons young teens, maybe young people, adults, seek counseling, therapy after they happen. And this isn't me just talking out of my ass or whatever. We still have research on this shit. We have research. Apparently, a third of all people that go through this or go to counseling for this usually end up being linked to mental health struggles, higher self-harm rates, suicide in some cases. And we even have studies that say that early relationship turmoil in people can cause things like depression and anxiety. So while I do hate the way people act after a relationship, after a breakup, I do understand and see why they do or act the way they do. And this affects both sides, both guys and girls. For guys, we obviously have that bitch-ass term, man up. I think that's stupid. I think guys should be allowed to express themselves and their feelings. And if you don't, this is going to lead to you lashing out at people you don't want to lash out after you bottle it in so much. And even with girls internalize it. That leads to self-doubt and self-hatred in some cases, which makes obviously the fall brutal. Now obviously, again, I'm not saying avoid all feelings at all costs. Crushes and dating can teach you communication boundaries, and it can show you or teach you what you want in a partner. But getting blinded, ignoring friends, ignoring family, missing your own goals or your own values, that's where it goes wrong. Now this is a part of the video where I try and put in a little personal story. But I'm not really, again, I said it earlier, I'm not really subscribed to the normal rules of relationships or dating. So I'm going to have to put in somebody else's story that I've known for a long time in here. Now, obviously, for the sake of the video, I'm not going to give my real friend's name out. So for this video, we're going to call him A. I've known A since I was a little kid. I literally grew up with this guy. I've known him for maybe 15 years at this point. I'm 19 for reference. Now, A, again, I love this guy. He's like a brother to me. He is a fucking idiot when it comes to shit like dating. This guy, ever since 8th grade, has been constantly getting with girls, being in a relationship, quote unquote, and then being heartbroken a couple months later. Hell, in fucking senior year of high school, me and this other friend, M, had to basically talk him out of proposing to his current girlfriend before he even knew her for a whole fucking year. And I saw this affect him too. Ever since I want to say early high school, this guy would say, oh, bitches aren't shit, I don't need a bitch, and then immediately get with a girl, fall in love, and then get super defensive about her anytime somebody even gave a slight fucking judgment on her. And this guy's corny as hell. Obviously, again, he's my best friend. I know I talk so much shit about him, but this is just me, talking about him. I still love this guy. I still grew up with this fucking guy. But this guy's a fucking idiot. And like it'd get to the point where this guy would be so blinded by young love, he would regularly post himself crying on his story, or like posting drinks on his story, trying to find a way to make people care about him. Now obviously if it was something bad like drinks or smoking on his story, I would swipe up, or I would try to even talk to him in person, to get the situation sorted out. But it gets to a point too where you just feel like you need that much of a connection, or you're too blinded by that big of a connection. You need to obviously take a break and sort shit out for yourself. And this story is just not like a one particular case. I've seen this go on way too much with too many people that I know. Now this guy luckily found the right one. Did find the right girl, at least that's what I think so far. They've been together for, I want to say, 2 or 3 years now, and thankfully nothing's happened in between them that bad or anything like that. She seems like a nice girl. She seems very supportive of him. I just hope that if something ever goes wrong or south in their relationship, he's mentally prepared and mentally matured enough for that shit, because even leaving high school, I really didn't see that much in him that showed mental growth or anything. Hopefully she can pull him up and show him how to grow as a person and how to grow mentally. Now, so far, I see him and his girl's relationship as like a happy ending, but that isn't the case for everybody, which is where I move on to the next segment, where I tell you guys the cold, fucking honest truth. And this is for every fucking cornball out there that acts like their young relationship is gonna be the only one they're gonna have, okay? Only 50% of relationships make it past high school. Of that 50%, only 2% make it to even fucking getting married, okay? Most of those relationships don't even make it past 10 years. And of those that do end up in fucking, getting married, 50% of those end in divorce, okay? So, please, for the love of God, take time to yourself and realize, hey, if things go wrong, am I able to maturely or properly handle this? Am I able to, help myself or seek help if I need it? Now, I feel like as a society, we put way too much emphasis on finding the right one or getting married way too early. I feel like if we just lower our expectations a little bit and realize that people take time to really find who they want to spend the rest of their life with, then maybe we can, grow better as a society, not to deal with these stupid ass problems, get blinded by these, stupid ass feelings, because obviously we're not mentally prepared for it. And this is more of like a little side rant I'm about to go on, but for the love of fucking God, stop being corny after breakups, okay? No one is checking on you. No one gives a fuck that you change your profile picture to some sad anime guy just because you went through a breakup, okay? I obviously think both men and women should be able to express their emotions how they want to. I obviously think if you need to go get help, go get it. Don't hide it from everybody else. But for fuck's sake, taking that attention-seeking path, and yes, I will call it attention-seeking. I do not care. Attention-seeking path will not help you or anyone else in that long run. No one is going on your story and seeing you post Juice WRLD lyrics or a Juice WRLD song and think, wow, this guy's going through so much. No, they're thinking you're a fucking lame and a cornball. Stop doing bullshit like that and actually go get fucking help or express your emotions properly, okay? Most of you are too damn fucking grown to be acting like that. Now, I was a little mean in that last part. I was a little mean. So I will take a step back and I'll just individually address you guys, okay? For my young men out there, please don't let the thought that quote-unquote she's the one make you drop your ambitions or tolerate disrespect. You deserve respect too, but please don't isolate yourself and please do not turn possessive. That is not strength, that's insecurity. And for my young women out there, please don't shrink yourself to fit in this world. Don't ignore your gut feeling just because quote-unquote he said he loves me. Your worth isn't tied to anybody else's approval. This goes the same for guys too. Don't let your dreams die just because, quote unquote, your love will fix everything, okay? And if you're both or if you're neither or whatever, then this advice falls for you too. And again, another relationship advice for both parties. Love should never cost your identity. If it's making you anxious all the time, if it's making you check your phone obsessively, if you guys are fighting constantly, or if you're feeling smaller, that's not true love. That's a trap, and you should get out of that. Now, I want to give you guys some real advice, okay? I know I've been trying to go on rants or whatever, but this is the part where I really want to give some advice. Number one, keep your own life first. Your friends, your family, your school, your goals, you gotta protect them. A healthy and a great partner will add on to that. It should never replace your true life or your true desires. Number two, you have to learn red flags early. This mostly goes towards my young women out there, but this definitely can also fall for young guys. Controlling who you talk to, jealousy explosions, or making you feel guilty for normal stuff should make you run. Love never isolates you or punishes you. Number three, you have to talk about the hard stuff. Boundaries, consent, and expectations. You have to have these conversations sober and you have to have them calmly. If your partner tries to shut these down or flips out about these, then you gotta realize that's data for you. Number four, build yourself. The stronger your self-respect and independence is, the likely you will settle less for toxic love. Work on yourself. The right person will match your energy. They should never take away from it. And number five, it's okay to walk away. Ending something painful isn't failure. It's choosing yourself. And yeah, even though it might hurt, staying longer is gonna hurt way more. And yeah, young love might feel like everything right now because it might be to you. But in a couple years from now, you're gonna look back and realize it was just a small chapter of your life. Whoever you're with right now will probably not be the same person you're gonna be with 10 years from now, if we're being honest. So don't let young love blind you to who you're becoming. You've got time. You can build yourself up and build yourself a life that's worth sharing. And then you can go share it with somebody who actually deserves it. That's all I really got for today. But I just wanted to say that. I wanted to get it off my chest. I feel like too many people around me, especially now, going into their early adulthood, have been affected by this way too much. And obviously I get we're all growing. I obviously get that we all have to find ourselves in our own time and in our own way. But I feel like if we just push each other to grow and actually help each other more, we can obviously see a better increase in, compassion for other people in our world and our society. Again, that's all I really got for now. But if this video resonates with you, put a comment down of something good or bad you learned from Young Love. Other than that, that's all I got. So, this is South. Peace.
I'm from the South.